Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is April. I go by Ruby Rouge here on the YouTubes, and please consider liking and subscribing if you in fact do like this video. Comments are always welcome. I love to chat with you guys in the comments, so please let me know what kind of things you're interested in, what kind of makeup products you love. Tell me about your journey. I love to hear all of your stories and talk to you in the comments. Let's get started. Today's video is all the makeup that I used in 2020, and when I first put it out on the table I was really disappointed. I was like, oh, not very much makeup. So let me show you the makeup, then I'll give you my thoughts at the end. We're gonna start with lip glosses, just because lip glosses aren't that exciting, but I do count them in this project. And here we have a good selection. All of these are like favorite lip glosses, lip balms. This is my absolute favorite to wear overnight. It stays on all night long. It stays on for several hours. And I'll wake up, you know, maybe in the middle of the night and my lips still feel nice and protected. So that is why I really love that one for nighttime. Because it's every night. It's like a rejuvenating reset for my lips. Chapstick is just reliable as all get out. And Burts Bees, same with that. I did finish another one. It's downstairs. I didn't go get it, but I do actually have two of these. And then a Smith's Rosebud Salve. I do like this, but I didn't, there's a little bit left in there. It was starting to go bad. I don't think I'll purchase it again in this. I don't think it preserved as well. Next, I have some concealer samples. And this is the Pretty Vulgar Undercover Lightweight Concealer. I did not like that at all. It just felt very oily to me. It felt like it didn't stay set. It just did not feel good to me at all. I felt like it got creasy and crepey throughout the day. I did actually have a full size of it because of just trying the sample. I just went ahead and decluttered it and passed it along because, I mean, it felt so heavy and just gross. This Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, I really do love. I really like Tarte concealers, and I like the Maracuja concealers a lot. I think there's two of them. There's this one and then there's a stick version. I really like both of them. If you need a little bit extra moisture under your eyes, but you don't want something that, like I said, like this one that gets yucky and doesn't set good. These both set really well, and you can wear your makeup over them and not have to worry about what's happening under there. Tarte Shape Tape's another one that I love, and speaking of that, I finished one. So I finished a Tarte Shape Tape. I don't typically have too much trouble with a dry under eye. My under eye, I feel like, stays pretty balanced. I also wear eye cream every day, so I think that helps. I also have like a moisturizing little kind of setting primer that I use when I'm putting on my concealer. So yeah. I usually feel like I use more mascara than this, but this year I only used 3. And I literally I opened one and it went for 4 months, and then I opened another one, it went for 4 months, and then I opened another one. And it went for 4 months, and that was basically how the year progressed with my mascara. These were all good enough to be the one and only mascara for 4 months. That is a part of the reason why sometimes I use a lot more mascara, because usually I open one and I'm like, it's not quite waterproof enough, or it's not quite, you know, lengthening enough, or whatever. Yeah, but all of these were good enough. They worked for me. I would consider repurchasing any of these, to be honest. I liked them all. None of them were like absolute must-have favorites, but I did enjoy my mascaras for this year. Next up, we're going to go with glosses. These are more like colored glosses as opposed to balm chapstick type things, but let's see. Anastasia Fudge, Colourpop Charming, this Neutrogena Healthy Lips Gloss, and then the Sephora Gel Gloss Shine. The one formulation that I am like, I really like this, and I'm really tempted. I keep seeing them every time they're on sale. I'm like, I want to pick some of these up. I want to get some more of these. And I'm like, no, stop, don't. is this Anastasia one. I really, really like the formula. I like the coloring of this. I probably wouldn't pick that exact color again, but I did like the formula enough that I'm like super tempted by it over and over again. I liked all three of those though, and if I were like buying something on like the Colourpop website or the Sephora website and I saw a color that I liked, I would be tempted to maybe pick it up. These were like good, but this one was like had something kind of special. Next up, we have lipsticks. So let me just start like this. Tarte Cabana Boy was kind of a declutter. I finished about half of it and then it broke on me. I liked it okay. I wouldn't purchase that formulation again. It was just Bite, they don't make this anymore. This is in Glace, and I really actually loved the formula on that, but they don't make it anymore. This is Colourpop Aquarius and a lippy stick. I did like the color. I liked the formula. I would purchase a lippy stick again. And then this is Bare Minerals Gen Nude and Swag. I loved the color. The formula of that I didn't love. It's like perfect the first time you put it on, and then reapplication throughout the day becomes an issue. I feel like my lips get kind of dried out. I feel like it just doesn't go on as good. I don't know. So I like the formulation of those right at first, and then as it wears throughout the day, not a big fan. So I won't be purchasing any more of those, but I love... Okay, I had a phone call. I don't know where I was at, but I think I was done talking about that. And then lastly, I have MAC Velvet Teddy, which I have already repurchased. I really, really love that color on me. It is kind of perfect. The formula is perfect. I would dare to say that that's probably one of my favorite lipsticks ever, just because it's so easy to use and so easy to reapply, and the color is so easy to wear. So I'm really, really happy with MAC Velvet Teddy. Next up, I have this Smashbox, and if you guys watch my Project Panning at all, you've definitely seen this baby. The Smashbox Contour Palette. There was one color left in it, and it had serious, you know, I'd actually used it as well. The coloring on this one wasn't just quite perfect for me on this middle shade. It was warm, and I could only wear it in the summertime, whereas these two guys I could wear year round and finish them off. I finished this off. It took me 2.5 years. Maybe longer. Perfect. I would totally repurchase this one again. Unfortunately, I have several more to get through. As much as I love to try products and blah, 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 I wouldn't be sad if I didn't have any more to get through and just buy another one of those. Cause like I loved it. Next up is this guy here. It looks like there's product here, but it's like incredibly hard to get out. So I just left it in there, but I'm considering this one done. I didn't like the blushes. The blushes were okay. I'll put it that way. They just had a little bit of a sheen to them, and they just kind of emphasized some of my larger pores on my cheeks. Whereas I have other blushes that don't emphasize that really at all. So the blushes just weren't for me. Loved this product. I would never buy this format again. Things I didn't like about it was the pan size. It was kind of small, kind of hard to get like a bigger, fluffier brush in there. You were always constantly like touching on this one or touching on that one. And then I didn't like the blushes. So if I bought another Hourglass, which I would love to, I would love to buy the 3 pan again. I like that format a lot better. Oh, and that one's going to be real shiny, so I'm going to put it up here. Lastly, we have 2 loose powders. One from Dermablend. I think this is my favorite for right now. It's just the lightest that I have tried. I don't have any issues with it. It's not too white for me. And it does have a little bit of a whiteness to it, but it goes away quickly. It doesn't flash back. Like I really like this one. And I think that's my favorite. This was something I got in a boxy charm, and I used it up, and it wasn't bad, honestly. I was kind of surprised. It was better than I thought it would be. I don't think I would purchase it again. I did tend to mix it with something because I felt like it was just a little bit heavier than some of my other powders that I prefer. So I did kind of mix, like I would mix those two together. Yeah, and guys, that's it. So things really quickly that I noticed this year versus last year. Let me get my paper out over here. So when I first got this out, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't finish anything this year. Oh my gosh, I did so much better last year. And then I counted my items. I actually did better this year as far as number of items go. So this year I finished 25 items. Last year I only finished 20 items, which was a surprise to me. One thing that I did notice though, on last year I finished $443 worth of product, and this year I only finished $392 worth of product, so I finished cheaper products. And I think that the biggest, as far as that goes, last year I finished several foundations. I didn't finish any foundations this year. That is so crazy to me. I know that I've been like working from home quite a bit and not going out of the house as much, and that definitely played a part of it, but I've also really just been wearing a lot less foundation, just gotten a lot more comfortable with my own like skin to be honest. So I wear less foundation these days regardless, but I can't believe I didn't finish a foundation. No foundations at all. So that was the biggest difference for me, I think, for the year as far as money goes. And yeah, I would love to see if any of you guys did this video. I would love to check it out. Please let me know down in the comments. Let me know how your makeup habits changed. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate your support. And here's to 2021 and finishing maybe some more makeup. Bye.